When at last I was myself again, I was no longer myself. My father and mother were gone, but I knew that something else had been taken from me. Something even more important. And that is when I truly despaired.
More important than your mother and father? What?
My purpose. In all the world, there was no one who needed me. I was unnecessary.
Just like me!
To show mercy to those who oppose the one you serve. To allow his enemies to live when you could strike them down. This is not compassion. It is a betrayal of your life's very purpose. For what reason do you exist then? You're of use to no one. Your life has no meaning. It is mere existence. Day after day of pain and struggle, signifying nothing. Why is it you're so determined to be Hokage? Because you want all eyes in your village to look on you and recognize you as a great ninja. You see, it is only through the eyes of others that our little lives have any significance. When there is no one who sees you or will even look at you, it's as if you do not exist.
What's up, you guys? This is Jayden Young back with another video. And if you saw the title of this video, then I'm going to be basically talking about one of my favorite animes. Obviously, everybody knows this anime. It's Naruto. And if you saw the thumbnail of the video, then you know the character I'm going to be discussing. It's Haku. Arguably, in my opinion, one of the most memorable characters in the entire series because, well, that was, of course, Naruto's really first big mission against an extremely powerful character. And, well, I want to, of course, talk about this concept and how it revolves around real life. And I've talked about this, and many other people have talked about this in millions of videos on purpose. But, of course, I want to add a different twist to it, and it is, of course, with Haku. Obviously, as we know, if you watch Naruto, you know that Haku, his main purpose in his life was to protect Zabuza. But before he met Zabuza, you know, his life didn't really have any purpose or meaning to it. Of course, he had a family, but of course, his dad killed his whole entire family, except him, of course, because of his special powers that he had. And, you know, he was an orphan child, and basically he had nowhere to go. And his village was in the middle of wars and chaos. He really had no sense of identity, no purpose, until he finally met Zabuza. And Zabuza, well, Zabuza had a purpose and identity for himself. Even though it wasn't a good purpose, it was a really bad, noble purpose. I wouldn't even say the word noble, but he had something that he was chasing. It was vengeance, though. But he found Haku, and of course he used Haku as a tool, but for Haku, he found a purpose. He found a purpose to protect Zabuza and to really be there for him until the very end. And he was there for him until the very end. He was extremely powerful. You know, he really made something out of himself by being with Zabuza. He trained him into an lethal assassin, pretty much. A very, very powerful character, and one that is definitely memorable because, well, if you remember, of course, when he was fighting against Naruto, and Naruto transformed into his nine-tailed state, you know, and Haku basically felt like he was no use anymore to Zabuza aftermath. He felt like he had no purpose, no reasoning to be here if he wasn't going to be able to protect something that he loved cherishly deep down, and that was Zabuza. Even when they met up with each other, he was always telling Naruto to, you know, have a purpose, basically, in a very indirect way, but something that in his life that meant something more than him, that he was willing to protect and die for. And Haku was willing to die for Zabuza. Haku was willing to give his life away, and guess what? That's exactly what he did. He gave his life away to Zabuza, and it was all out of love. That's the deep part about it all. It was all out of love, but he knew his purpose in his life. He knew what his mission was, and he knew what he needed to accomplish. Even if it didn't really mean anything in the end, he still lived up to his life and what he wanted out of it. He was a kind soul, a good guy. But he taught Naruto in that entire arc, basically, on finding his ninja way, finding his purpose in his life, finding something that he is going to go after. And that Naruto, he did. You know, he had his own ninja way. You know, he was going to protect and love and care for others, and he had a dream, you know, and he had to protect the people that he loved and cherished the most. And that's what made him stronger. That's what made Haku stronger. That what makes all of us stronger when it really comes to real life. So, you know, purpose has been a concept that's been around for a very long time. And if you've watched anime, you should know, especially, that a lot of these anime characters, they find a purpose in whatever they do. Naruto's, of course, is to be the greatest Hokage. I can't really name any animes right now on the top of my head, but many characters' life revolved around purpose. Well, I can say Bleach with Ichigo. You know, before his life, before he met Rukia, you know, he didn't really have anything going on for himself. He didn't really have anything, but once he found her and she gave him these special abilities, she gave him her powers, then that's when he really found his purpose in his life. To protect his friends and his family and everybody. You know, that's the thing. You know, purpose does not have to be a huge thing in your life. You don't have to want to go out and be the greatest or the greatest. Sometimes it could be just as simple as protecting the people who you love in your life. Just think about it, man. Like, that alone is going to make you stronger because it's something that means a lot to you. It's something that you're going to cherish and something that you love. Why wouldn't you want to protect that? You know what I'm saying? And that all kind of just stems, like I'm saying, to just real life when it comes to finding your purpose. Many of us, if we don't find our purpose, we kind of go through life as it is. You know, we just let life come to us. We let different opportunities just come to us in that way without actually making opportunities for ourselves. When we find that deep meaning in our lives, that's what our lives revolve around. It revolves around our purpose. It revolves around building more of our identity. Once we have it, we love it and we cherish it. I mean, even for people who don't really have a purpose like that, I've seen people at jobs who don't really look like they have anything going on in their lives, but then once they find this job and they really enjoy it, they kind of start building their purpose around having this job. I mean, it can even work in that way. Some people, you know, they move up with the company, they continue to move up and up and up, and they find purpose in what they do with that because, well, it's something that works in the end, you know? And then look, whatever works for you in any way. Purpose revolves in life around many, many ways. And for you, that can be as simple as just moving up in your job. This could be you starting a YouTube channel, you going back to school, you just getting your life together, bro. Purpose creates that. You create something that you're going to want to achieve and something that you value and you honor till the day you die. But that's really you know, all I really wanted to discuss in today's video, man, because, well, Haku, because I was actually just watching that video, that episode not too long ago, and it just kind of really made me think about, you know, purpose and how the concept of that kind of revolves around the real life as well, because he was teaching Naruto a lesson from the start, of course, on finding your why, finding what you value and what you want to protect and you love. And well, for Naruto, through that arc, he found it. And yeah, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. Sorry if I'm not really looking at the camera like that. Sometimes I have this problem of not really looking at the camera because I'm just talking all over. But don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Remember, stay true to your religion. But yeah, you guys, peace.